Well, the Avs finally won again. That was a crazy game, but they finally won, and that's what matters. What kind of ice cream is that?
Bonnie Bray Cappuccino Crunch. It's the best ice cream ever made.
All right, fair enough. Well, Blake's eating his ice cream. I got banana cake because that game was definitely bananas. I feel like I could safely say that.
Yeah, it was really stressful.
It was.
It was a lot for my little heart.
It sucks because to be honest, I didn't have a huge problem with the third period this time, but they just had that one epic collapse where like three guys just massively screwed up.
I kind of did. Like they kept playing hockey, but then they just kind of didn't play any defense.
Yeah.
So
Well, right. And that's annoying, but also, when you don't have Cale Makar, Eric Johnson, or Josh Manson,
true.
it's like, well, defense probably isn't going to be great.
I mean, yeah, when you have to roll McDermott and Hunt
Brad
out,
Hunt.
yeah. I'm actually going to go to ice time because I want to see how much defense played.
It's a good choice.
It felt like Devon Toews played the entire game. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And he played 29-30. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my Jesus, he played 29 minutes.
29 and a half. I don't think I've ever seen a Corsi stat line that high. I've seen games with higher Corsi than Devon Toews' 29 minutes tonight at all strengths. 45-39. That's funny.
Ended up positive. Hell yeah. That's my guy.
Yeah. Holy. Yeah. And Englund played 13:51.
Not bad.
We'll get to him later.
Mm-hmm.
But Newhook 10:33. That's a bit concerning.
Yeah, you don't like that. I didn't notice that third line out there very much.
Yeah, especially late in the game. It was just kind of.
Cogliano only played 7 minutes.
Yeah. No, 10-16. 7-5.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is probably also why Newhook didn't play very much. It felt like the first unit was staying out the entire power play tonight.
Yeah, I think that was just more frustration than anything. Like they just seemed frustrated the whole night. They're like, "No, I'm not fucking changing. We're gonna go score."
Right. Yeah.
So
they have that sometimes.
They do, especially Nate.
Yeah.
Who I'm sure we'll get to at some point tonight as well.
Yeah. All right. I'm done with my cake. Well,
I think we can start the start. First 5 minutes.
Pretty fast start.
Pretty sleepy first 5, but then after that.
What do you mean?
Boys were buzzing.
What do you mean sleepy first 5 minutes?
Like Florida was good in the first 5. Like they drew a penalty, had the shot advantage, and then
Logan O'Connor scored in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then it was LOC goes down, scores the shorty.
I will say their power play was not very good.
And you're buzzing. So
yeah, that goal was pretty nice. It was good because Florida's breaking in and Cogliano's back checking, and I think it's either Reinhardt or Bennett. I don't know. For some reason I always get them confused. Tries to make a move around him, but he gets his body in the way, and Gerard picks up the turnover, puts it into space. I don't know what happened, but it just felt like everybody on Florida just kind of fell asleep. And Cogliano's like, "Oh, there's this puck. I'm just going to take it." And then it was a 2-on-1.
Nice pass.
Yeah, and Logan O'Connor, big baseball guy.
Did he get it out of the air? It seemed like it was.
I think barely.
Rebound.
I think he might have barely hit it up out of the. Yeah, which is good for him. You could tell he was happy about it.
He's really happy. When you haven't scored in that long, you're silly. You can't really plan it. You just kind of whatever happens. So you saw the double fist pump. That's
big old smile.
Yeah.
And then your teammates always hug you really hard because they're finally like, thank God, they're happy for you. They know, yeah. So that was cool. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed seeing the Logan O'Connor power play strike again.
Yes.
Up until that point, the power play had gone cold, but Logan O'Connor doesn't need a real power play. He already has his own. So that was cool. And then, yeah, they just kind of kept going. JT Compher was one of my favorite players tonight, and he played a big role on the Avs' second goal. Him, Malgin, and Nieto just kind of did work. Malgin and Nieto, again, I like that pairing. I hope when Manson and Makar, and maybe, once Manson and Makar, even whatever happens with EJ get back, I hope they start going 12-6, and I hope they call up Ben Myers again or something. Maybe Helm will be healthy in a little bit.
Maybe they trade for someone.
Yeah, or they do that.
I also just think at this point, Andreas Englund has to be your 7.
Yeah, he's been doing good.
Like the whole season.
He had some scary puck
moments. Did he though?
Yeah. There was one that I remember in the third period where he held onto it for like 15 seconds. I'm like, do something. What are you doing?
And that's okay, like, as long as
Yeah, but then he also did something that was like that he got like he was lucky that they got caught and Toews was out there because Toews bailed him out hard.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a consistent problem. It's just he has those Ryan Graves moments sometimes where he just has he just makes a not good play with the puck, but the rest of the night you don't really have a problem with it.
But does he though?
There's always that chance for a dumb. I don't know. That's something I've noticed. I don't know.
I think earlier he had like a stretch of 3 games where he was like not good in December.
Yeah.
And early January.
He also hasn't been playing as much lately because he's
right. And now today he played nearly 14 minutes, and I just thought he was really
I thought he was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Like I think he easily clears Hunt and McDermott, like for me.
Right.
Like easily as the 7. And honestly, like
I do like the idea of keeping Hunt as like if maybe Gerard or another more offensive defenseman goes down, maybe you put him in over Englund.
We'll see how that goes with the waivers, right?
Right. Yeah. So hold on. But yeah, no, I didn't. Okay, that's what I. Wait, no, that's not it. Crap. Okay, so he signed. I had no idea that Hunt signed a 2-year contract. So
yeah,
I completely
that's
forgot.
That's why they got him on such a cheap AAV, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I think it's league minimum, or pretty close to it. So yeah, I doubt he gets claimed because of that second year. I don't think it. But
he just passed through waivers, man.
Yeah,
he's not getting claimed that second year.
Yeah,
and I mean,
it's not a slight to him. It's just like I mean, given what he showed so far, I don't want him to be claimed, but I don't,
Yeah. He's okay.
Anyways, we can talk about the second goal a little bit more because Compher made a great play on it to force a turnover, and then made like that Mikko Rantanen behind the net,
Yeah, just good job by Nieto, like finding some space, and Compher got it through them.
And then Sergei Bobrovsky just opened his legs for the puck.
Yeah, that was a pretty soft one. Yeah.
Yeah, he was literally in the butterfly, and then for some reason he lifted his leg, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean,
you see the replay.
Both the 2 goalies had their fair share of softies tonight. So.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't really think either goalie was. I mean,
both made like really good saves.
They both faced like upwards of 40 shots.
Right. They also both
actually
let in some bullshit.
50.
Bobrovsky was 49 because the 50th shot
technically.
Was but yeah, 50 shots.
How many shot attempts?
Poor guy, man.
Corsi at all strengths, 69 to 68. Nice. A lot of hitting the net tonight. for both teams.
Because that's like on the higher end, but it's still pretty.
The Corsi is
It's
pretty.
not like it was outrageous.
Yeah, given the shot count, you'd expect that to be a lot higher.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Still pretty high, but nothing we haven't seen before. The XG numbers are really high.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah, no, I have to switch.
5.18 to 4.54 is crazy.
Dear God. I mean, and that's the thing. That's where I'm not really going to be picking on goalies because it's like they had a lot of work to do.
I mean, Georgiev gives up 3 on 4.54. It's really good. So.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah.
So.
So yeah, and then so they score. Things go well. They kill off another penalty. Have another power play. They don't score on. Then they have to kill off another penalty. I want to get your thought. What did you think on the Andreas Englund interference? Do you think that's good call, questionable call?
So they didn't really like show a great camera angle on altitude.
Yeah.
To like show if Reinhart touched the puck,
Okay.
but like he was pretty close to the puck and like he could have touched it. I think just as a player though, like you have to make sure the guy's gonna touch it. You can't like.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it's a penalty.
Arizona tied it, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
Did they? I'm looking now.
Yeah. Yeah. So what my take on it is that I think if that puck is in him or in front of him and he doesn't, I think if it's in front of him, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like if it's in front of him, it's interference, but also it's behind him. He didn't interfere with his ability to get the puck. Reinhart just missed it, kind of.
Yeah.
That ship had already sailed by the time.
I think I give the referee the benefit of the doubt just because
it's not
he never touched it.
It's not a blatant like, oh my God, how could you possibly call that? Like a certain call in this game.
We saw that call. We saw that get called in the Stanley Cup final.
Cale Makar.
Game 6, was it Cale Makar? Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think it's I think there's enough separation between the time that I think Englund had enough time to pull up, but I'm not gonna really harp on Englund for it. It's not a really boneheaded penalty. It's not a lazy penalty, and like we kind of pointed to, he had a pretty solid night on the whole. Which culminated in him. One of the highlights is probably him beating the crap out of Ryan Lomberg.
Yes.
Yeah, Avs fans, it's kind of weird. You don't usually a guy from a different division in the other conference. You don't usually have such,
Jacob McDonald.
Yeah, but since he clocked Jacob McDonald at one time,
yeah,
not a big fan. He's also just kind of a rat of a player.
He's a rat. By the rule, that was a clean hit, but by like on a personal level, it's just such a
you're watching that and you're like,
asshole if you make
that's
that
a legal hit, but you're also like, you did not need to make that hit in the slightest bit. And I mean,
it says a lot about a person.
Yeah, and then he gets hit completely cleanly by Andreas Englund, and he's totally that's what always gets me is these dudes who dish out these dirty hits. They get one hit their way that's completely clean, and they get so upset about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Big old tough guy? You can't take it? Can't take a little bit of your own medicine? So, and then Andreas Englund decided to beat him up twice.
Yeah.
It was a pretty lame fight to begin with, but then he got that jersey over him. And
he got the jersey over the head. Lomberg couldn't see.
That's why the fight strap's there, my friend.
Yeah, you wear your fight strap, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's kind of it was weird because pretty obvious Englund won that fight. Yet Florida got 2 goals right after it, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens on the first one. I think it hits I think it hits Gerard is what it's just, I don't know. It looked like something happened to that puck. I didn't get I don't know, like an eye level kind of shot. So everything I was looking at was top down. And it looked like it went up or down. And most
Yeah,
of it looked like, I don't know.
those suck to give up because it's just like Florida didn't do anything to earn that, and it like they just like the perfect storm of things happened. Like that puck goes in one every 150 times.
Right.
Like just like bodies moved in front of Georgiev at like the perfect time, and it
Yeah, this
just
is like
fluttered its way in.
those games against Arizona back when Kemper played
Yep,
for him. They would always
yep.
get these goals, and you'd be like, "What the hell?"
Just
Um,
fluttered in, and it's just like just nothing you can do, man. Like it sucks. You want your goalie to save that, but is what it
yeah.
is.
And then they score another one. This one, I don't know. Like, I know you want to keep a guy to the outside, but you also don't want to give him like all the time and space in the world when you don't need to.
Curtis McDermott.
Not a good play from him. I didn't think on the night he was awful, but this
I
play was
did.
not good. Yeah.
I thought he was pretty bad, man. Um, it was just a lot of puck management stuff with him, like as per usual.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm just like I don't know. Maybe just my mind just blanks out when he goes on the ice. I just don't have no expectations. So I
Like
just
there's just these,
whatever happens, I'm just like,
yeah,
yep.
I got you. There's just these shifts sometimes where he's just like he'll get the puck in his defensive zone with like a clear outlet, and he'll just not pass it and hold on to it for just a little bit longer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Blues won. Ryan O'Reilly won.
Mm,
Stupid,
unfortunate.
stupid Blues.
It's kind of
Darn.
weird. Like what? Like at this point, we kind of just don't want them to win just because we don't like them. Like they're not in the playoff race or anything.
Yeah. I just wanted the Coyotes to win.
Yeah.
Sad.
Whatever. Where's the Devils game going? All right. Well, they're gonna go to overtime. Thanks a lot, New Jersey. Jackasses. Um. So then Florida scores, you're tied it, and you're mad because you're like, Avs, please stop doing this. And
Yeah. You're like, oh, I've seen this one before.
then
Hmm.
Devon Toews pulls the old Nick Holden,
Yes.
just
That is
phases to the back door.
like they were doing it the whole night though. So it was, I mean, it was like
The
both
amount of
teams.
times I would see a defenseman like below the dots crashing.
It was both teams. It was like three forwards, a rover, and one defenseman the whole night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Some funny
right.
hockey.
Yeah. Good shot by Byram to get it through, get a rebound, and then the rebound
Yeah.
kicks out right to Taves.
Hmm. I thought Bo was really good on one side of the ice and really bad
Yeah,
on one
so
side of the ice
my
tonight.
take of it, I mean, outside of the one goal is I thought he was good offensively. I think he was good on the rush,
Yeah.
except for the one goal. And then when he was like in zone defending, not a strong suit.
It's really bad. It's really ugly. Honestly, rush defending was really bad too.
I just noticed him make a few good breakups, so I wasn't like as like
I mean, if
hard.
you look at Florida's third goal, that's just like
Right. Well, yeah, that's what I'm
as rush
saying. It's
defense
like
gets.
yeah. Um, and then the Avs kind of turned it up again at that point after that third goal, and they got a power play. There's some mayhem, and then Nathan McKinnon finally shows up in the hockey game.
Dude, he was so bad tonight.
He,
I like he ends the game with 3 points. It's like great, good for you, Nate.
yeah,
But
this is like what like I feel like it seems like what people thought Miko did. I think they like I don't know. I don't know. I like this is
Miko
like
was also not very good, in my opinion.
I don't think he was. I don't
In
know.
in
I
his own
so
zone.
That's fine. I think offensively, Miko could have had 5 assists tonight because he had that one
Yeah,
to Nichushkin that was beautiful, and he didn't score. And then in the third period, he was like feeding Evan Rodriguez the puck, just like
right.
trying to get him to score.
He
But
just
yeah,
there was one shift. It was his first shift of the third period where he got the puck 3 separate times in his own
I think
zone
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
with clear possession, an outlet, multiple outlets, in fact, and he did not get the puck out.
Unfortunate.
That kind of shit, just like,
Yeah. I don't know. It felt like with the first two period shifts of like the third, it felt like the
the
Avs
first
just
one was
couldn't
like
get the
fine.
puck. Yeah, it's just like they can't get the puck out of their zone, and I was like, why does this happen in the third period? Third period rolls around, and they're like, no, we don't want to clear the puck anymore. Anyways,
Yeah, I think they rely too much when the other team isn't pressing. I think they rely too much sometimes on using the boards, because what are other teams going to do
I
when it's
think
crunch time? They're going to clog the boards.
I think they rely too much on using the boards in the wrong way. They try and rim it up instead of bouncing it towards the middle.
And you see it like oftentimes their wingers get lazy, and they just kind of chill up there, wait for the puck to come to them, and the defenseman cuts them off like Miko all the time. A couple times tonight, Val got it done. I was like, dude, you're supposed to be awesome at defense,
Yeah.
So
how many minutes did Val play? I wonder. I feel like he played a lot tonight.
I didn't like Val Nichushkin tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I think he always does a good job in the offensive zone of like puck support and stuff like that. And so like when he had the puck tonight, I thought he was fine. It was in his own zone, man. I had big problems.
Really? I don't know. I noticed he was creating turnovers a lot, and I thought he was forechecking well.
Yeah, I mean he always does that kind of stuff, right?
He's getting a little bit more Nuki to me. He feels a little bit more like Val Nichushkin.
He's moving better for sure. I just so many times tonight he just made terrible defensive plays or turnovers at his blue line. And I was just like, that's not the Val Nichushkin I know. Yeah. So,
anyways, we like barely touched on that on the McKinnon goal.
It was a lucky bounce.
Lehkonen puts a shot on net. Chaos happens. The puck pops out. McKinnon waits on it. Waits for everybody to disperse so he can shoot.
Yep. Pretty and nice Lecky doesn't even get a point on it. Poor guy.
Yeah. He needs to start getting on the score sheet a little bit.
Yeah. He'll be all right. He just puts in such an honest effort every night. Right. And like he just doesn't mess up. It's kind of like it's just he's just the shit, dude. Arturi Lekkonen's the shit. As Eddie leaves.
Yeah, my dog's.
Don't tell anyone I'm watching the Wild overtime. Oh wait, you can hear me.
Lecky, or not Lecky. You're Bo. Damn it!
You just called your dog Lecky.
It's a good name for a dog.
Oh my.
Hey, Bo.
Did you know that
Jesper Bratt is dog
is the best player in the NHL?
Yeah.
Score. The Devils without Jack Hughes. Kind of mid.
Yeah. Thomas Tatar had to score 2 goals for them tonight.
Imagine.
As we touched on, third period wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't terrible. It was pretty high event.
It was better than
third period,
the ones we've been seeing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at least the Avs played.
Right. Yeah. They weren't just getting hemmed into their zone. They were actually putting the puck.
They hemmed Florida in a few times, honestly, too. That's got to be a penalty.
Yeah. There were some good ones.
I'm not calling anything on that. That's ridiculous. That's good, though, because now Sharon Govich has a breakaway score, dude. No. Fuck. I hate the Wild, dude. Phil Gustafson is actually good.
Right.
2-on-1 with Zuccarello and Kaprizov.
But anyways, it doesn't matter because they score. Florida scores on a fiasco. Nathan McKinnon, I don't know what he was doing in the neutral zone there.
Dude, all game.
You got lost in the sauce hard. What did you...
It's like you watch Nathan McKinnon play a playoff game and you never see this shit happen, right?
I mean, even the games like before the break for the most part.
Like But just recently, you just watch him and you're like, dude, what could have possibly been going through your head? He just gets he just makes so many stupid plays, like high risk, low reward. So like no point in making the play at all. And this was one of them. So hopefully everything's good with the puppy.
He's trying to tear apart like the soda cases, and I'm like, stop doing that. Because
Yeah,
he has
okay.
his teeth are sharp enough that he could pierce through the can, so I don't want him to like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
I just
don't want to
block him off.
cut his mouth or something. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I could hear. I agree. It's frustrating. I mean, 2 games in a row where he hasn't been very good. So hopefully against Tampa at home, he'll
Hmm.
bounce back.
I thought he was better than he was against Tampa, but he just still wasn't.
Right. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
He kept skating himself into defenders and into the corner when he had the
yeah.
puck, and he was just like, dude, like the nights when you don't do this, you're so awesome. So
Um, yeah. But yeah, so then that happens. Bo kind of loses his guy, and then Taves like
so this is the second time it's happened in 2 games, right? Where he's just puck watching. He's
yeah, he
got
just
Barkov.
overcommits to a guy that he doesn't need
Yeah.
to.
Why
Like
would you
Bo
try to
gets
block the pass that badly?
like Bo gets beat
Hmm.
there, but he's not like he still keeps Reinhardt
Yeah.
to a decent position.
Like
So
if
it's
Taves is covering Barkov, Reinhardt shoots
yeah,
or takes it behind the net.
or even
Like,
if he's like in the middle, because then he can like cut off the shooting lane and like
hmm
and at least like make Reinhardt likely wait because that angle,
hmm
the angles are cut off and Nichushkin is back checking. So if he was like a step
right.
away, you just make him wait a second. So it's really frustrating. And I mean, I think I don't think for the most part either of us have a problem with how the way Devon Toews played tonight. He was very good. I
All right.
thought. I mean, with
Apart from
30,
that,
30 minutes of hockey, he had a lot of defensive heavy lifting for this team.
yeah, he did. He's just under so much stress the whole game, just because he's got to be the adult every shift.
Right? Yeah.
So,
He's playing with Bo, who's not doing too hot.
and Bo had a terrible night. I think so. He started out with Gerard,
Right?
and
Yeah. Then
Bednar saw and was like, "Oh, Sam Gerard's playing really well, and Bo and Byram's terrible tonight in his own zone." I think I'm gonna make that switch, and I think that was a good switch
yeah.
because you don't want to give Englund a guy in Bo who is riding a struggle bus. So
Right.
it was much better when Gerard and Englund were together and Bo and Taves were together. So
Yeah. And then when they got shifts with the first line, Bo could mix it up on offense with the top guys.
exactly.
Yeah. Um. Anyways, they score. Avs get a power play. They got pretty close. Nothing happened. And then Florida gets a power play for a reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I
This is
tweeted
like
it out. I was just like, this is just like the biggest joke of a penalty.
well, it feels exactly like last game against the Panthers. They just
Yeah.
give them a power play. Like last one was worse because they missed a high stick and the guy completely sold the crap out of the hit.
Hmm.
But I mean, embellishment exists for a reason. I mean, Matthew Tkachuk is a known guy. He makes a living standing in front of nets, taking a beating. He's this, everybody heralds him as this big, tough hockey player. He's like the modern day power forward archetype in the NHL.
Hmm.
And he
He
gets
should
thrown down by Evan Rodriguez. No,
right.
no,
He
no.
should absolutely be fined for that. Like we've seen Mikko Rantanen get fined for shit like that before
Right.
because he's a baby giraffe and can't skate.
Yeah.
But
Matthew Tkachuk just does this on purpose.
Matthew Tkachuk falls on purpose after
And the ref
Erod.
just eats it,
It's
eats it up.
honestly, it's interference on Tkachuk. I mean, Erod's skating full steam ahead, trying to get around him, but Tkachuk keeps nudging him out of the way and then falls the minute Erod touches him. And it's like, this is not how you referee a game. Like
And
TJ
especially like,
Luxmore, like you are a clown, dude.
yeah,
Like
you haven't called a penalty for like 15 minutes of hockey, and you call a too many men penalty, which you have to call.
yeah.
Like you can't just like that's a penalty you have to call,
Mhm.
and there's no reason to even that up. Like it's in the dying minutes of a third period of a 1-goal hockey game. Like everything about that is bad.
Yeah, it's like just tell me who you want to win. Stop telling me who you want to
Right. Oh, they
win.
won
No,
in a shootout.
yeah, I know. I watched it. It was terrible.
Hey, doesn't count as a row. All right.
It's not a row, but rows don't even matter anymore. It's just ruse, rule,
Yeah. Well, still,
which the Avs don't have much of.
no, they don't.
Yeah.
Hey, man, they don't ask how. They ask how many.
Well,
And how many rows they have is not that many.
I mean, it's hard when
Yeah, like it's
you got half a team and
yeah.
you're surviving for 2 months. Like, not gonna
Yeah,
fix
I
a
mean, this
lot
is
of
something we could talk
regulations.
about another day. But I've seen
Mhm.
people like complaining about last year this team was never out of a game, and this year it feels like it. And I'm
They're
like,
still not,
okay,
dude.
yeah, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, they've come back this year, and they've also been without their best players. Like, I understand it was an argument in like 2019, 2020, and 2021 where they had one comeback win the whole season, but twice this year already they've come back from down 2 goals to win
Yeah,
against good teams.
you can't count them out, man. Still, they're just
Yeah,
yeah.
just because they're not going to come back from 3-0 without their best players against like better teams in the league. I don't know if I really, but we could talk about this on the. We have 2 days off. We have time.
Mhm.
Anyways, so the Avs weather the storm. They get an empty net goal.
Hooray!
Yeah. I think pretty solid. I feel like Florida maintained possession a lot, but I don't think they got many good looks.
I
And
mean,
they
they
finally,
got one on that power play. It hit
yeah.
that Georgiev saved, and then it hit the post, and then bounced out the other side, and then Sam Girard thought it went in.
And Sam was like, "Damn."
It's like
And like,
darn.
and thank God for Devon Toews because Barkov knew it didn't go in, and he tried to
Yeah,
hit it. Dude, Toews,
screaming at him, clear the fucking puck, like it's live, it's live.
in,
Got it off
in
just in time.
Gerard's defense, he wasn't the only person that came up.
No, everybody thought it was in. Mark Mosher goes score, and like,
Right.
oh wait, never mind.
Yeah.
I guess
No
it
one,
didn't go in.
no one decides to look at or listen to the ref who's saying no goal.
Well, yeah, or use their eyes to see that it didn't go in. Like,
Yeah, it's
I don't
it's
get
so
it.
weird. If Bowen Byram was on the ice, he would have known.
Yeah.
Guy's the best puck tracker in the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Besides
I
Andrew Vasilevsky.
it's funny because when I was watching the doc, they point out how you could tell Bo like knew on that Burakovsky goal that it was in. I don't know why. He just
Yeah.
knows. Bo knows. Not you. Sorry. My dog is looking at me. He's confused because I'm saying his
Puppy.
name, but it's not actually his name. So yeah, I mean, what do you takeaways from this game? Big W to split even on the road trip.
Yeah. I don't really have much, man. That was just a good win.
Yeah, good to get depth scoring. They
Yeah.
need to they need to keep. I mean, they just need to keep winning. It gets really weird for the rest of February because they have just all these back to backs and they
Right.
play good teams. So it's like you're really gonna have to scrape out some wins here. And you got to really a good way to start that is getting revenge on Tampa.
Yeah. So Tampa's going to be a high quality game. I think both teams get 2 days of rest. So
Yeah, probably.
that'll be a really fun game, I think.
Yeah, because then they play Tampa and Minnesota on that back to back. So that's big because you need to beat Minnesota for the tiebreakers. And yeah, definitely want to beat Tampa at home
Yeah.
as revenge. So it gets weird. Definitely, things are going to get difficult, but
Yeah. The EJ thing's going to be interesting, man.
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it's probably like a broken foot. Maybe, hopefully, just a deep bone bruise.
yeah,
I mean, it just looked like it hurt really bad, and it sucks because you love Eric Johnson. He's the last thing you want for him.
yeah. And when he's not forced to play like a top 4 role,
He's good. Yeah.
he's a good bottom pairing defenseman.
Right.
So
And I mean, let's be honest about tonight. Based on tonight alone, it's probably a good thing he didn't play. I watched his first shift. But
oh yeah,
you know,
no, yeah, the first shift where he takes a penalty.
dude, he like
You're like,
boofs he like boofs a puck up the wall, gives up a grade A, and then takes a penalty. And you're like, oh
you're
boy,
like, oh,
it's gonna be
you
one of
haven't even
those
played that
games.
many minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, EJ. But fortunately, it seems like Makar, I mean, he's already skating and he's got 2 days.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Makar and
And maybe even
Manson.
Manson. Yeah,
I
with
mean,
the Hunt
them waving
thing.
Hunt just makes you seem
Wave
like,
Devon Toews.
yes. Them waving Hunt just makes you think one of those guys is good, if not both. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
still gonna want Brad Hunt up though.
Yeah.
Actually, England, but
Yeah. All-star Brad Hunt.
yeah,
I did kind of feel bad for him. It would have been cool to see him in that, but it was also cool to see Foodie.
yeah. The hardest shot, and he shoots at 84. It's like,
Yeah.
that's
He
funny.
did the hardest shot, but not the fastest skater. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
He goes down, he shoots at 84. He's just this little guy.
Yeah, it's like they do the lineup of all the hardest shot guys. It's all these big,
Yeah.
big dudes, and Jean-Luc Foodie.
Just little Jean-Luc Foodie. Just this little child in the back.
Do your best, buddy.
Yeah. Goes down and shoots at 84. Like,
He's all,
not even as hard as Sam Girard can shoot it.
yeah. He's been pretty good this year.
I can't wait for him, dude. Can't wait for him.
Oh, dude, I took it when I got to sit on the bench in that Predators game. I took this picture of him, and it's so cool. And I'm like, I'm just waiting for him to come up so I could turn that into something, sick.
Yeah. Drinky.
I like how we're not just talking about Jean-Luc Foodie.
I call him Drinky because food. Just the opposite.
Okay, that's clever.
Drinky.
Your nicknames take a lot more brain power than mine.
Me and my opposites. I've been into opposites recently.
Oh, big opposites guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't.
The Washington lower cases.
They had a good game. Dude, Darcy Kemper kicked ass today.
Good Darcy. I watched that game.
Yeah, I was watching it too. It was kind of fun to see Brad Marchand get rocked for taking a whack at him. Yeah,
Three stars.
Three stars. Disappointing player.
Let's see. Third star. I'll go 3. I usually go 1 to 3 just because it's easier for my brain to think like that. But let's see. I think at 3 I'll go with Georgiev because I thought, like, while he gave up 2 softies, I wouldn't even call the first one a softie. It was just like you see that goal scored all the time. Like, it's just unlucky, and it happens.
It just happens to a goalie sometimes.
Mm-hmm. But the second one especially was annoying. So I'll give him the 3rd star. Thought he was pretty good. I'll give Englund the 2nd star. I just thought he was awesome in an elevated role. Thought he played really well.
Fair enough.
And then 1st star, I'll probably go. I'll probably go. It's a hard choice. Probably Devon Toews.
Okay.
I'll give an honorable mention to JT Compher as well. I thought he was
Yeah,
pretty good.
so mine goes Compher. Georgiev, Compher, Toews.
Yeah.
I just thought Compher did really well tonight. I mean, when McKinnon isn't going, Compher having the game he did definitely helps. He played 20 minutes. Jesus, dude. JT Compher. I don't know. He's had a bit of an underrated year, I feel like.
He's playing like he's playing the amount of minutes a first line center should be playing.
Yeah.
And he's putting up 50 points and he's doing everything for him. He's one of the reasons they've been able to survive.
Yeah.
So
you gave an honorable mention to Andreas Englund, so I'm going to give mine to Sam Girard.
Yeah, I thought Sammy G was also really good.
If he keeps going, haters are going to have to eat it soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been really good recently. It's been nice to see. Player I did not like, Bleau in his own zone, Val in his own zone, Mikko in his own zone.
Yeah. Player I didn't like,
Curtis
Erik
McDermott.
Johnson. 0% Corsi. Get that
Yeah,
bum
what a bum, dude. Honestly, though, I just think it's a good thing that he didn't play tonight. I mean, that first shift where he clears the puck up the wall right to Florida, they get a grade A.
Yeah.
Puck goes back into the corner.
It's not a good night
for guy, and then he trips the guy.
As obviously as a person, just getting hurt, but like having that shift and then getting hurt, you're like, Jesus, dude, that poor guy.
Then he gets back out there. He has to play forward because
right. And then he blocks a shot.
He blocks the shot like
that he probably didn't even have to block.
Could do. Didn't even have to block it, and he's hurt. And that was Erik Johnson's night, everyone.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys need to like develop some shin guards that cover your whole leg if you guys are going to keep sticking your legs out to block shots.
Yeah, what is
Stop doing that.
Why are you turning it sideways, dude? Like just let it hit the pads.
Apparently this Kings Penguins game just started. It's 9:00.
They had the Dustin Brown thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It was scheduled for
8:30.
For 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the Dustin Brown thing must have run long.
Yeah.
That's all right.
All right. Well,
that sucks for Pittsburgh fans. Enjoy the night.
Yeah, have what? It's already 11:00 there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. Like for a Saturday night, I kind of mess with that. I
kind of dig it. Yeah.
Yeah. Good vibes around that one, especially if you.
Yeah, if I had friends, I would dig it.
And on that note, all right. Well, we'll see you guys with another podcast. Probably get you one before before Valentine's Day.
Perhaps.
Yeah, we shall see. Goodbye.